Alright, we will be talking about the cube strategy today. And before we begin, let's go over how we're going to use the cube strategy and how it will help us when we use some math problems. So the first step is always going to be C, which is circle the key words and numbers. U, which is underlining questions. B, which is box action words. E, which is evaluate the steps and eliminate information. And S, which is solve and check. So today we are going to start with our first word problem. And to do that, we are going to use our very first step. And before that, we are going to read the question first. If you leave the tap on at home, 750 quarts will run every 50 seconds. How long will it take for 660 quarts? So let's think to ourselves. The first step is circle the key numbers. So that's what we're going to do. If you leave the tap on at home, 750, that seems like a key number. So we'll circle that. And then we'll run every 50. 50 is a key number that we need to circle. How long will it take for 660 quarts? And it looks like 660 quarts should also be circled. So if we go back here, we just did the first step, which is circle key numbers. So now we know that we are on right here. You underline the question. How long will it take for 660 quarts? That's the question, right? So we did first step, which is C. Second step, which is U. Underline the question. Now we're on the third step, which is box the action words. Box the action words looks like how and long, and then quarts every and second. So let's read through this. If you leave the tap on at home, 750 quarts right here, that should be boxed, will run every, should be boxed 50 seconds, boxed how long should be boxed. So now let's go back. So we did step 1, step 2, step 3. So now that means that we are on step 4, which is evaluate the steps and eliminate information. So that will be E. I don't think we need this first sentence because this is just setting us up for our word problem and what it's going to ask of us. So now let's just read through this. 750 quarts runs every 50 seconds. How long will it take for 660 quarts? So I think now we're on our final step, which is S, solve and check. So 750 quarts in, which is right here, 50 seconds. In tells me we're going to divide. So let's do 750 divided by 50 equals 50 quarts. And that's 1 second. So we're going to do, so what the question is asking is, how long will it take 660 quarts? So let's divide 660 quarts by 15, and that gives us 44 seconds it'll take us. So this tells me 660 quarts will take 44 seconds to run. Let's do another problem. When you let the bath run, 420 quarts will run every 60 seconds. How long will it take for 280 quarts? So we know the first step is circle the main numbers. So here we go. When you let the bath run, 420 quarts will run every 60 seconds. How long will it take for 280 quarts to run? So that's the first step. Second step is U. Underline the question. Here we go. So we're reading through this. And here we go. I see how long will it take for 280 quarts to run. That is what is the question, and that's what I'm going to underline. So now we did C, we did U, B. Box the action words. So here are the action words. 420 quarts will run every 60 seconds is boxed, and then quarts 2. Now we're on E, eliminate what we don't need. So I don't think we need this very first sentence. So this is just setting us up for where this is taking place. So now we just have 420 quarts runs every 60 seconds. How long will it take for 280? That seems right to me. Now let's remember, if we need a refresher, we're on the last step right here, which is solve and check. So let's go and solve this problem. So we're going to do the same thing. 420 quarts runs every 60 seconds. So that is 7. It takes 7 quarts every 1 second. So let's divide 280 by 7, and that gives us 40 seconds. So it takes 280 quarts runs every 40 seconds. That seems right. So again, if we're going back, the cubes strategy is really helpful. Just as a reminder, C is circle the key numbers, U, underline the question, B, box the action words, E, evaluate the steps and eliminate information, and S, which is solve and check.